Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And today's video, we're getting into the next update in the Drip Drop Draw Alpha that ran. So we're going to be covering the new updates on how the BUSD BNB bonuses are paid out, and as well as the new ability to not exactly have more than a max wallet, but what the new max wallet will look like in terms of getting the jackpot from Drip Drop Draw if you are allocated more than the current 27,400. So we're going to dive straight into that. But before we do, it would not be legit unless we got hit. Drip Drop Draw.
I'ma go hard like I'm running from the laws, but I ain't never tripped cause I do it for the cause. Gotta play to win, I don't know about y'all. Talking about that drip, drop, draw. I'ma go hard like I'm running from the laws, but I ain't never tripped cause I do it for the cause. Gotta play to win, I don't know about y'all. All they do is software, really that's a low blow. Never mix emotions with the crypto, that's a no-no. Let me bring it back like the soul glow. I'm oh so doing it biggie like I'm kicking in the dodo. Waving that fofo, please don't hit me no more. Up in my DM talking about drip is so. Why am I so bullish? I don't know, but I'm for show. About to max out while the price is on the low. Then
All right, wouldn't be legit without Slice. Definitely gonna be banging that. I've had that song stuck in my head for quite a while. Like every day I think I hear clips of that song in my head, so I'm making you guys have that same thing. All right, let's go ahead and listen to the clip from Ray. This first clip is about the BUSD and BNB bonus that you get, and then I'm going to show you how that breaks down and how it's some kind of new mechanics to basically kind of stop the rocket wallet ideas or people trying to figure out how to manipulate drip basically. So let's break it down first.
Move along. So new biggest sacrifice prize divisions, right? So we'll get into that another time. When entering, hold up, that's the right one? Yeah. Okay, when entering the draw with BNB or BUSD players will receive an additional 20% tickets. So this is to incentivize new capital to come in and to disincentivize claiming and selling drip, as 20% bonus would equal the 20% taxes if one was to sell drip for BNB or UBUSD to enter the draw. So for you hackers out there, it wouldn't make sense for you to claim and just sell and do all of that. Instead, you would just, you would want to enter with the drip that you had if you were going to do that, or get new capital and put it into Drip Drop Draw. And, that incentive rolls in with the sacrifice if you choose to do so. So not only if you decide, you could do something where you can take $100, let's say, and you get that 20% incentive in tickets, and then it's added onto your sacrifice bonus. So if you wanted to get fresh capital and you wanted to sacrifice, it gives you an extra bonus because we made the best thing that there is out here, baby.
All right, so hopefully that made sense. I'll break it down again. So basically, when you enter into the new layer 2, you will get a 20% bonus added onto the top of your principal. And what he's saying is it doesn't make sense for you to claim and then turn that in. So you have two options. You could still claim, right? And then you end up with liquid drip, and that caused a 10% tax. And then with that liquid drip in your wallet, you could go through the sacrifice option and be allocated more tickets to the lottery with a potential to win more than you sacrifice. But remember, you're gambling. You don't know. You could, and maybe somebody with a lot of drip or a lot of different accounts or something like that, that would be a good play. Like if you got drip coming out your eyeballs, the sacrifice is definitely the game play. But if you think you're going to hack the system and just claim from your faucet, then turn around and sell it, remember you got 10% claim and 10% sell on the native side. So that's 20%. Then you're gonna get allocated 20% back. So you're back at zero. So you're like, okay, cool, I didn't lose anything. But remember, you only get 75% of that allocated towards your faucet. So I actually showed this with some numbers because that makes the most sense. So we're using this hypothetical. You have a faucet account of 1,000 drip. Remember, you get paid out 1% daily, but when you claim, you're taxed with 10%. So you have 9. So if this 9, you decide to sell on the actual native DEX, and as of right now, that price is 43 cents. So that native DEX BNB value, if you were to sell it, would give you $3.48 in BNB, or this amount of BNB. And then this amount in BUSD, because BUSD is cheaper, and you also have an additional 1.25% allocated towards that. Now, if you decided, yo, I'm going to go back into drip, drop, draw, right? Well, let's see. You would have had in your faucet hydrating, you would have hydrated 9.5, but you claimed out. So you had $3.48 when you claimed out, and then you went back in with your BNB. You got the 20% bonus, so you definitely got more BNB. But what ends up getting deposited is only 75%. So that's why he's saying it won't be worth it, because you're only going to get 75% allocated, and the other 25, yeah, you get 2.4 tickets roughly. Don't quote me on this, because they said one BUSD is one ticket, or one ticket is one BUSD. So I'm just using that as the barometer. So whatever's left from this allocation, you end up with 2.4 tickets. I don't know if they'll be doing fractional tickets or not. Probably not. So you lose the other 0.4. So remember, you had 9 in your faucet that you claimed and sitting in your wallet, or you could have hydrated this and you would have hydrated back 9.5, because remember, there's a 5% hydrate fee. So you would have had more drip in your faucet if you had hydrated it. And it's even worse with the BUSD side, because BUSD is usually cheaper. So you end up with less money and less tickets. Now, hypothetically, you could claim and then use this as a sacrifice. So, and you get 5 times more tickets from what he said, potentially right now, right? So you would just sacrifice all this to the contract. Half would go to the actual tax vault, and half goes into the raffle. But you have 0. All you will end up having is some tickets into the lottery or the raffle, right? So you'll end up with, let's just say, 45. Now, if there's 450 other players, well, you got 10%, 450 other tickets, I should say, you got a 10% chance of winning, but you sacrificed all your drip, you know? So that's where the game theory really comes in, because we don't know how it will play out, but you can definitely do different things to try to, you know, gamble your way to riches, so to speak. All right, let's go to the next clip where he talks about the jackpot rollover. That is reference how much of that will be allocated towards the next day's payout. That is here.
Right? Jackpot rollover. 10% of every day's earnings now rolls over onto the next day's draw. So expect every day to get bigger and better. And the best part about how this is coming out, we're launching this at the floor of drip. So like the first drawings, the first couple of drawings, drip price is going to be the lowest it could be going into drip, drop, draw.
Yep. So I think we've seen that actually. So remember, I made my calculations on where we would be price action wise, but due to the fact that we had a lower drip price, that same amount of money that came in over these last couple of days as of this video gave a 2x on the price, and we're back close to that, and it took less capital to get there. So now we're launching at a higher price than we were about a week ago. And then also what Ray is saying, so we've seen now twice the community rally and bring the price up, especially these low prices. So in theory, if we've rallied and done that on our own now without any utility, without drip, drop, draw, without any gambling options or all this other game theory built in, then it makes perfect sense that this will actually be the bottom of drip once this gets launched. And then whatever is bought up in those first couple of days, there's going to be some volatility, some sales, of course. But you've seen how the buys can exceed the sells due to people speculating, and what good positive game theory and gambling Ponzi-nomics can do to the community. So there's very little chance for it to come back down once all this capital is injected. And remember, another big thing with this is on layer 2, you're getting paid out in drip. So that means that this is keeping the cash flow and the tax vault and all that stuff healthy. That's where this next clip comes in, because what happens if you were to win a lot of drip? Let's play that clip.
That's been an alpha right here. What happens if you win more than a max wallet? Yeah, Ray, you know, like okay, if the jackpot is huge, then I make more drip than 27,400 drip or whatever it is. Then what's gonna happen? Why would I want to do that, bruh? We will still pay out the drip even if it's above 27,000. And it isn't a bad thing. Why? Because you still get your 1% on the higher deposit amount, which will catapult you to a max payout faster, which is especially helpful when the higher whale taxes kick in. So instead of you getting 274 drip, whatever daily, your daily drip amount that you would get for a max wallet, you would be getting significantly more drip daily. So essentially, you'll be able to tap out of your drip account way faster. You can get the dividends faster, start a new account, and you'll be golden goose, right? You'll be getting a tremendously amount more of drip per day with this kind of setup.
All right. So when you take 100,000 divided by 3.65, you get 27,397. So that's why you just round up to 400, 27,400. Now, let's take a look at what those numbers. So let's head over to drip.formulate. I like this calculator a little better, the way it breaks it out. And we're going to start first with the 10,000 drip balance. And you'll see that it will take roughly, so you'll hit the first whale tax at about 70 days, day 71, you hit your first whale tax, and you're getting paid out. Well, actually, this isn't paying out at all because this is compound only, but you don't get your first claim day 108. So with 10,000 drip on day 108, you finally hit your max wallet allocation, and then you're starting to claim out, and then you're able to claim out at that stage $232 worth, basically, or 232 drip, sorry, at that allocation, because you're in whale tax 1, and then you'll see that this goes all the way out to 405 total days, right? 405. There we go. All right, let's see what happens if. All right, so we're starting with 27,400. It says already max payout reached, so you're claiming. But now you see you're already claiming 274 drip, and whereas before we were able to only claim, 246. Before, like, our first claim was under this amount. Don't remember the exact number, but you know, because now the tax is 0 at this stage because we don't hit the first whale tax range of 10,000 claim drip until we've had 36 days of straight claims. And now the wallet maxes out in 365 days, basically, because you get 3.65. So that was the optimal way to do it. Adding any more didn't make any sense. But now, since it's a lottery, you can win more. But if you were to pay more, that doesn't make any sense. It'd be better to allocate that to another wallet because you're paying that amount. But if you were to win this due to a sacrifice or something, then that makes more sense. So this is where you see now you're getting an allocation of, at 50,000 drip, you're able to get 450 paid out in your first claim. So you got a claim already. There's no sense in compounding because it can't compound over this. But you're able to claim now for the first 19 days and get 8,550 drip, basically tax free. And then you get your well tax tiers a little higher or earlier, as Ray said, but you are able to basically start creating other wallets a lot sooner because now you max out in 200 days. So, and you can see how quickly that goes from us going from 405 days now to 200 days. And of course, if you were to get, I don't know what the max drip would be, but let's just say you got 100,000 drip from the drawing. Well, you would end up getting 8,100 before you hit your first whale tax tier, but you have all this drip. Like, clearly you don't need it, so you could start another wallet almost at 10,000 drip before any taxes are there, and still have some to clearly claim out and sell if you want to, because being able to get this amount per day, if drip is pumping, that's one hell of a payday. So like just selling once or twice and then airdropping the rest, and then again you're maxed out already at 100 days. So that's what he was referring to on how it's still good for the ecosystem. So I do believe drip, drop, draw will be what we need. Long term, the solution is actually the borrow and lending, but this gives Forex the timeline and the runway to deliver that. So what this is actually going to end up doing, it will create a lot more people in drip, which requires drip to pay out a lot more. It will stop the inflation. But this is at least the tourniquet over the gunshot wound that we had before. So this is like a tourniquet and a bandage and some stitches, but we're still wounded. So we won't completely heal until there's no need to sell drip. So I think this is exactly what we need. But long term, the implementations and stuff he's putting in where you don't need to sell drip, or where there's so much more capital flowing into drip from other games and areas within the ecosystem, then we're out of the ER. We're no longer wounded or limping around anymore. So this is definitely needed sooner rather than later, but hopefully that broke that down for you guys and makes some more sense. So covered the jackpot rollover, the max wallet allocation, and of course that 20% bonus. All right, you guys know the drill. Smash that special brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.